Hey, good afternoon, guys. Just wanted to give you an update today. I know I told you previously that I was going to show you a video of the Buick on this past Saturday. That did not happen. Had some family issues, emergency. My son got pretty sick Friday night, so I had to take him to the hospital on Saturday. He's good now, so I did not get to work on that at all. And I did work on it a couple days this week, just trying to get things together, but obviously didn't get any time to paint it or anything like I was hoping to, so that kind of pushed everything back. So right now I'm actually driving. I'm going to look at a car trailer. It's online for I think $500 or whatever. It needs some work. Figured if I can pick it up and see if I can get it. So we'll see.
US 15 south ramp to Gettysburg.
Sorry about that. I have the GPS in right now. So I'm just about 10-15 minutes away from that. I'll show you it. It is it is on the older side, so it's going to need some maintenance.
US 15 south ramp.
But needs a little some paint and probably the brakes going over just to make sure everything is working good. So, just wanted to give you guys an update. My plan is then tonight, depending on if I get this trailer or not, my plan tonight is to work on the truck. I like to put in the backup camera, like I've bought for a month now. I've had. I like to put that in and kind of show you guys that, and then also want to do an update on the radio. Just to kind of show you, I've had it for a couple months now. I'm just going to try to give you an idea of the quality of it and just kind of show you all the things that I kind of learned from using it for a couple months. So, and then on a side note, tomorrow I'm going to look at a golf cart. It has a snowmobile motor in it, out of a 340 Articat 340, and then it has a Honda 400EX rear end, so it's so it has a little bit of stuff done to it. I can show some pictures of it now. I'm probably gonna upload this video tomorrow sometime, maybe tomorrow morning or tomorrow mid-afternoon, and then I will show another video of me driving out to look at this golf cart. It's just something to look at and just something to have, another play toy. So we'll see how that goes. But I've been talking to the guy back and forth for about a week or so now, and we'll see how it goes. It does need some work, like I said, but it's not too bad. So just kind of go. So I'm just going to kind of show you the trailer here next. So stay tuned. Here's the trailer, guys. Needs a little bit of work. Need new tires. Currently are looking for $550, I think. I think it's 5 foot by 16 foot long. A little on the narrow side. Wish it was a little bit wider, but for a car trailer it wouldn't be too bad for picking up stuff. Definitely would need overhauled, probably all new tires and everything on it. These two tires don't look too bad, but the other one looks pretty rough. So it's probably definitely need at least one tire. Yeah, this tire up here is pretty old looking. Really dry rotted. So we'll see. I'm gonna go talk to the lady now and see what they have to say. Okay guys, so I talked to it was actually a guy. It was off of Facebook. I guess it was the daughter, the guy that had it, and I was talking to her on Facebook, and then I went there and talked to the guy. And it just didn't seem like things were adding up with it. They had a title for it, but they lost it. So it showed on Facebook that they had a title, but it comes to find out they have no title for it. And the brakes that were supposedly on it aren't on it, or they need redone or something, he was saying. So it just seemed like it was kind of more of a hassle than it needed to be. So I think I'm going to pass on it. And I was talking to him, and he wanted $550 for it, which I thought was very high. I tried to see if he would go down at all, but he said he was pretty firm on it. So I think it's somebody else's that can have that little project. So I think I'm going to pass on it for right now. Still like to look for a trailer at some point. Just thought it was a pretty good price one for the money. If it needed a little bit of things, I could do it, but I didn't really want to have to get into messing with the title, because here in Pennsylvania it's a real pain in the butt to do the title. If you have to apply for a new title, it can take several months, so it's just not worth the hassle. I'd rather pay the extra couple $100 or whatever to have one that's titled and everything ready to go. So that kind of stinks. So I just wasted probably, well, it was about 45-minute drive there, so I'm going to waste about an hour and a half drive for kind of nothing. But it was a nice drive. Got to go with my son. He's kind of in the back, just kind of hanging out with me. So nice little drive. Truck currently has just rolled over to 206,000 miles. Missing a beat. So I can't complain. Nice little drive through the country and a little bit on the highway. So I think I'm going to try to go the back way, just kind of roll through the countryside, and I'll try to take you along with the journey. So here we go. Okay guys, I just got home from the trip, sitting down to eat supper, and my banging wife made me some really good food, bacon wrapped steak, and then, or sirloin maybe, and mashed potatoes and vegetables. She made that for me before she went to class, so gotta thank my wife for doing that for me. So just wanted to let you know that I got home and gonna eat quick, feed the kid, and then we'll start working on the truck. So here we go. Is that good stuff? It's yummy. Hey guys, just wanted to touch base. Just finally was able to put the kid down and get out here in the shop. I'm going to start working on installing the rear camera. I've been wanting to do this for a couple months now, and finally figured I might as well do it. So here we go. If you guys are tuning in for this first time, I want to welcome you, and hopefully you can subscribe. I'll put a little comment at the end where you can subscribe to my videos. But a couple months ago, I bought a navigation head unit for my 2011 Chevy truck. Here you can see the car entertainment system. and I'll show you inside what it looks like. It's a stock replacement head unit. I've shown a video, I'll add that to the link. But you can see that it goes in there just like factory. Everything's plug and play. So the only thing I wanted to change was add the backup camera. It already is wired up for the actual head unit, that when you put the car or the truck in reverse, it'll go to a screen for the backup camera, but it's obviously black because there's nothing there currently. So that's where this comes in. I bought a cheap backup camera. This is like a universal for this Chevy. So I'll kind of show you. Here's the actual backup camera, and it'll go into the back of the truck. I'll move this stuff and I'll kind of show this how it goes. I actually already started a little bit here. I took off all the bolts. These 2 bolts will probably be the 2 that you'll have to take off. So I took those off, and then I also have the bed liner in, so I have to take all my screws off, which I just have a couple here that I have to do. So I just got to take those off, and I'll touch base with you after I take this off. Okay, so here is what I have to get taken off. This plastic piece comes off, and the camera will go here. I'll show you quick. Forgot to grab it, but it'll go something like this in there, so I can kind of position that wherever I want, and we'll go from there. So I'm just going to get my plastic tool removal, and we'll pop this off, and then I can drill a hole in there, run the wires down, run it to the front, and should be good to go. So it looks like in this kit I have wiring for positive and negative for probably the camera power, so that goes to that. And then I also have the video wire, and I'm thinking maybe this red wire is like a ground or something. Of course, this does not come with any instructions, so it doesn't look like I see anything on here, so I might have to get a little fancy with this, but I'm pretty sure that this is for either the ground or maybe I don't even have to use it. So we'll see while we go. So I'm gonna probably install this first. I'm gonna probably tie this into my lights for the bed. This is just a crude LED lights. I think there was 4 squares per side, and I kind of put 2 underneath and then 2 in the front. Seem to be pretty good. I know it's not really the nicest looking thing in the world, but it kind of got the job done. Also, I have a bunch of other odds and ends crap. So we're going to keep on continuing. I'm probably going to tie this in, the positive in right here. This is the positive wire. So I'll probably tie that into this, and should be good to go. So we're going to keep on continuing on. Okay, so I had this little tool that I used, and there's a clip on this side, and there's a clip on this side, and then there's 3 bolts on the back side, I think, like I showed before. You're going to want to remove the bottom one just about all the way out, and the reason that is because that's what holds the bottom on here, and that's what holds it. So you can see in there, that's kind of threads in there. So what I'm going to be doing is putting a hole right in here, and then I can run my camera the way I want it, and then I'll run the wires down, and then I'm going to probably have to drill a hole down here at the bottom, and then run the wires underneath the bed and up to the cab. So I just wanted to kind of give you a little insight on that. Just make sure you just take the bottom bolt out, and there's 2 clips on each side. I just used my tool, got in here in the center, and then worked my way out to this side, pulled it, did the same on this side, pulled it, and it was very simple, so it wasn't that hard to do. So I'm going to lay this up on the top here, and the next thing I'm going to have to do is take these 2 little, it'll zoom in there, 2 little Wow, that is awful. There's two little Phillips screws. I'm going to take that off, and that is what holds the backing plate on. So I'm going to do that and drill out the hole, and it actually came with a little hole saw blade. So I'm going to do that as well. I'm going to get, here you can see it came with a little hole saw blade. I'm going to put some tape on this just so I don't mess anything up. I'm going to put some blue tape on it and should be good to go. Also want to show you, I finally was able to get a Porter cable. If it'll zoom in, there we go. I was able to get a Porter cable, impact, and also drill. Right now Lowe's is having a heck of a deal. I think it was $109 for the both of them. So if any of you guys need, or girls I should say, needs a nice impact and drill, go in there and pick one up. They also have the more construction grade one. I think it's 120 bucks. I didn't really think I needed that, so I just got this one. It seems to be working really good, so I love it. I don't know what I did without it, so it just makes everything seem to go a lot quicker. So I just wanted to shout out to Porter Cable. Your stuff's awesome. So back onto the installing this. I'm going to go get my drill and get the tape and mock this up, and I'll show you what my plan is to put that. So also I want to make sure that I put this where it does not hit the inside the bed on the actual the sheet metal. So I'm going to do a couple mock-ups here and I'll show you what I came up with. So here we go. Here you can see I put the tape on and the X, and I was just kind of mocking it up the way I want it to look. So it should be far enough in. There it is. So it'll be far enough in, and it's kind of centered, and it should look pretty good. And it's down a little bit. I was thinking maybe it would be nicer to have it a little lower. Maybe I'll move it up, that way it's kind of in line with the lock on this side. So I might move it up a little bit just to kind of keep everything symmetrical, because I am a little OCD when it gets to that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna put the camera down here quick, and I'll drill the hole, and then I'll show installing the camera onto this plastic. So here we go. Okay guys, so here I just cut the hole out. Used the tape that way it wouldn't mess up the plastic. So there you can see I cut the hole out, and now I just got to get a small Phillips, take those two little screws out, put it in, take the tape off, put it in, see how it looks, and I'll go from there. Okay, here is the the camera installed, camera lens I guess you would say, installed on the back. You can see there's the two screws, Phillips screws put on, tightened down, and then there's the metal piece that kind of holds everything on. So now I have to run the wiring for it. So I'm going to kind of do that, try to figure out how I want to run it, and hopefully everything goes smoothly. So wish me luck. Okay, so I had to take the tailgate off the truck. All it is there's two clips on each side. You just pull a lever and it pulls out. Do that on that side and this side, and then this side you pull out. The tailgate will come down about halfway, you pull it out, and then you have to pull it up a little bit and slide it out. And then this is what was the pain in the butt part. I drilled a hole, as you can see in the bottom here. I drilled a hole right there. And then this is for the power wire. And then for the actual video wire, there is a hole on this side, and I used it for this. So I have all the wiring I need, and I can hopefully put this together, and then all I have to do is run the wiring under the frame and into the bed, or into the cab I should say. So hopefully this is the worst part that is over with. So I'm gonna continue on. So I got the tailgate back on. As I was saying, I just kind of showed it quick, but this side right here slides in. This side you kind of have to angle it like almost straight up, actually slide this side in, and then this side you kind of had to push to the left and down at the same time. And then these clips, I'll show you on this side, kind of left this one, but the tailgate has to be semi up, slides in and clicks, and then to unclip it you just slide it like that. So it's kind of easy on that. And then as you can see, I have both of the wiring underneath hanging. So and then I just got to tighten this, and then that should be good. I want to make sure that this is nice and tight. So I'm going to check that. So here you can see there's with the camera installed. Just actually this needs cleaned up a little bit, but you can kind of get the gist there. And then here's the extra wiring, and I'm going to run over here to the I might even tie it into the trailer lights. I'm not sure. All I need is a power on, and just looking by that, I should be able to just use either the running lamps or, yeah, I should be able to use the running lamps for the positive power, and that should be good. Or just the plus, that should give me power when the ignition is on, I would think. Maybe not, I'll have to do some testing on it, but that's nothing too hard to do. I can show you how to do that. So I'm just going to probably tie it into either this here, or just tie it into, like I said before, the lights that I have in the bed. So that shouldn't be too bad. And then over here, I'm just going to run this. I don't know, I probably got like 10 foot or so of this wire here. I'm going to run this along the cab, the frame, as much as I can, and then I'll try to figure out where I can run it inside and then to the head unit. And sorry, I don't know why my camera's a little out of focus, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to work on that a little bit, and I'll touch base with you in a little bit. Okay, so guys, just wanted to give you a quick update here. I wired the light in, or the camera, I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm thinking. I wired the positive goes in here across to the switch. So this still works, and then it's just tied into that, into the main power. So it's constant power, but it shouldn't drain the battery at all. And then I just ran the negative to this bolt here, so that should be fine. And then also, when I first went around installing this head unit, I didn't really add too many of the extras. It has a function to add for a USB port, to be able to plug in. Also has for the phone. This is for the hands-free calling. This is the microphone. I didn't install that. And then also it has a couple other. This is for a DVD player, and then OBD option. Not really sure exactly if I want to do that or not. I don't think I really want to. And then this is for the TPMS sensor. You can tie this one right here. You can see TPMS. If I can get it right here. There you go, TPMS. And then this is for the DVR and for the OBD. So you can kind of tie your whole truck in and kind of do diagnostics and stuff with it. Here is, this is kind of tied into the back, so you can put a USB or put your iPod or whatever into it. And then these are all for like out, so this is like for these are like for the subwoofer and stuff like that. I'm gonna find the one that I need. There's for the subwoofer actually right there, but I need to find the one. I might have to look at the manual just to see exactly which one I want. But so I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna do a little bit of searching on here, and I'll let you know what I come up with. So until then, just hold on a second and I'll look for it. So here we go. Guys, I'm in the inside of my truck. I know I showed this on my install video, which I will show. I have a clip of that shown right now. That way you guys can kind of see me installing this head unit. But I'm going to quickly remove this plastic piece. Basically, you just take it and just pop it along here, and then just go along the top, do it, and then go along the bottom, do the same thing. I'm going to kind of do it a little bit nicer than this. For the bottom here is a little bit more intricate on the other side, and then once you pull it out enough, then you're going to unplug for your this is for the USB, and then for over here for your cigarette lighter, for the four-wheel drive, and then for the climate control. And I believe that's everything that you have to unplug, and then this should come off, and then you'll be left with the radio. And there should be 4 screws, 2 on each side, that you have to remove. This will slide out, and then I will be ready to install this piece in. And then also I'm going to install the mic, and probably put the mic up here somewhere. That's where I typically put it. Just makes it easy to install and kind of out of the way. So I'm not going to show taking this off. I kind of went a little bit more in depth with it before, so I'll show you. I'll put an attachment to that video here right now, so we should be good. So here we go. Okay guys, so here you can see, don't really actually need to unplug this. I kind of did just to kind of show you. I left this plug here, and that's for the traction control, and then I didn't unplug the four-wheel drive, but it can make it a little bit easier to get to, and you didn't need to take the climate control out. I don't know what I was really thinking there, but it actually, you know what, I think you do actually have to take the climate control out the way this is sitting in here. So yeah, you do have to take this out. You just don't need to unplug it. So I'm going to take these 4 bolts out here, and actually there's 6 of them, counting the 2 for the climate control. And I'm going to pull this out and get everything ready to install. So here we go. Okay, so I got everything hooked up. I figured out, I kind of just did a trial by error for the wiring, and it came out to be, let's see if you can see it here, AVN. So when I have it in the reverse light, I just kind of have it on the on position. I put it in reverse. You can see that it's the rear view camera, but the camera is upside down. So not sure, I'm gonna have to look to see what the heck is going on. So I'm gonna probably try to mess with it a little bit, but I do have a backup camera. It just seems like this right here should be on the bottom. It's just kind of flipped. So I'm gonna see if there's a way that I can flip it or something, mirror it or something like that. Maybe that'll fix it, hopefully. So I'm gonna mess around with that, and hopefully I can get it to work. So I'm gonna probably gonna clean this up a little bit. I just kind of ran the wire in here quick. I gotta still find a way to get this inside, and I'm kind of worried. I'm looking like I might not be able to have enough wire to be able to run it, so that's gonna kind of suck. So I'm going to see if there's a way that I can do it. I'm gonna turn this thing off, and hopefully I can find something that I can go in or put a hole in or somewhere that I can tie this in and put this in here and have it working. So I'm gonna mess with it a little bit more yet tonight, and I'm gonna clean up my mess in the back end. But I can kind of show you everything's pretty good. I kind of did this, but you can see there's the backup light or backup camera. It should be shining, should be right. I'm just not sure exactly what is causing the issue there. So we'll see what's going on, and hopefully it's nothing too major. So I'm just gonna kind of clean up my tools here a little bit, and hopefully I can get this thing working. So I'm gonna keep on working on it, and I'll let you know what I come up with. Okay guys, so as I was searching along the side here, I noticed that there was a piece here that you can twist out. So I just used some channel locks and twisted this out, and then ran my wire along here, up in here, and I'm just have to run it up into the dash yet. But I just wanted to kind of show you that before I put everything back, that there is a nice little spot there to run things. So, and then this just kind of snaps back in. Everything just kind of snaps back in. Just kind of gotta get it all lined up. If I can get it lined up, there you go. And then this is the same way. Kind of just gotta snap everything together. And sorry, my truck's like such a mess. So I'm just gonna try to get this all lined up in here and then get it plugged up into this one right here. I believe that's the one that I need. And then once I get that all done, then I can put this all back together, and I'll put this in probably in the top here maybe. I don't know if I want to drill a hole. If there's a way that I can get in there, I will. If not, then that will be for another time. Oh, and also, I forgot all about this little thing. But I got this little tracker a while ago. It was one of those Instagram purchases I saw, and I just was like, man, that looks like fun. So I bought it. I'll show you quick. It's really nice. It's very compact. It's actually smaller than my phone. But here you can kind of see it. I'll mess around with this sometime and kind of get some video with it. It actually has a really nice camera on it. I'm just not that good at driving it, so I gotta work on driving it and everything, and get some practice in, and I'll get some video on that. I think it'll be pretty cool to use, but I've had that for a while now. I just never really got it out to use it. So so that's that thing, which I completely forgot I had in my closed up in there. So but anyways, I'm gonna run this probably into here. If I have to cut a hole, I have to cut a hole into it. The only sucky part is I'm gonna have to put a pretty big hole to get that in there to work. So I'm gonna run all this, and I will show you the end result. I still didn't really mess with trying to invert the video, or however you want to call that, flip the video, mirror it, whatever you want to call it. So I still gotta mess with that. So I'm just trying to get everything else tied together. So in the meantime, I'm going to get this all cleaned up and run the wire up into here somehow. I'll figure that out, and I'll let you know how I did it. So here we go. Okay guys, so just to update, I was able to figure out how to run this wire up into there. You can see that it's plugged in. So what I did is there's a screw that goes in right here, and then there's a screw that goes in back here, and it gives you enough room to move this around. So I ran the wire around here and then maneuvered it along here all the way to here, and then ran it. And then you can pull this out a little bit, and then ran the wire up in here, fit it in there, and then used my side jobby here, whatever you want to call it, my pick, and I pulled it up and out. Worked very easily. So now all I have to do is put the screws back in, and everything seems to work good. So I'm going to continue on. I'm going to put all this in. I'm going to use a drill here and drill this hole in. So if I want to use my iPod, I can plug it in there, or USB, or however I'd like to use it, I can do that. And I'm going to continue on. So just wanted to give you an update, a little cheat on what I did, and you guys are more than welcome to do the same thing. It seemed to work really nice, and you can't even tell that the wires are run. So just wanted to give you an update, and we'll go from there. Okay, so guys, I wanted to give you an update. I got everything put back together. Like I said before, I ran the wire down through here, goes down through here, and then down right around here, it goes out and then goes back ran it along. There was some other wiring that went to the back, so I just ran it along with that. Also put the mic in my right up there, so I can use my I guess it would be the Bluetooth hands-free system to talk to people. Before, I didn't have that all hooked up. The only thing that kind of stinks with this system, with this navigation system, the old, I guess the OnStar call to talk, that was the old mic, and then it was tied into these controls here for the calling and stuff. I think you can get it to work. I never really messed with the switches to see if that'll work, but I know that mic I could not get to work. I'm not sure where that's tied into. I'm sure it's possible, but I just didn't really want to mess with it too much. I didn't think it was too bad just to add a little mic there. I'm still need to research to see what's going on with the camera, the backup camera. I did see a option to mirror the image, and that did nothing for it, so I'm going to say that obviously I need to look at something else, figure it out. So I'm going to kind of end it here, and hopefully this helps you. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm no professional at it, but I kind of I know a little bit more than the average person, so just give me a holler and I'm sure we can figure something out. And please like, share, and subscribe. So have a good one, guys. Bye.